We'll have more on that in just a moment, but do stay close. We have more news on the other side of the break. All right, tonight might be a very good night, we understand, to stay inside and get cozy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is definitely a good thing. It's going to be wet and raining and gross outside. Temperatures are still below freezing, and that is a really big key in our forecast because as the rain moves in, and it will likely be rain, it's going to fall on frozen surfaces, and that means ice accretion. So we have from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. a weather impact alert for the freezing rain that will impact your early morning travel. I want to stress early morning travel. Mid to late morning, we have no problems because the temperatures will be warming. Not only on the roads, though, airport travel could be impacted tomorrow morning, especially for early flights. I'd say any of the flights before 8 a.m. have a very good chance to have some kind of a delay on them. Temperatures are in the 20s. We will stay in the 20s as we head into the evening, and you can see when our weather impact alert kicks into gear here after 10 p.m. That is when we're anticipating this rain to move in from south to north. A winter weather advisory has been issued for the entire area from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. But again, I think our biggest time frame for the impacts will end around 7 a.m. and then things are going to get better after that. We have not a lot going on right now, so we're relatively dry. There may be a few random snowflakes out to the east, but you can see this is the rain that is starting to move into the Buckeye State right now. It's a big surge of moisture that will be overrunning the cold air. That means we have warmer air that's overtopping cold air at the surface. So as all of this continues to unfold tonight, we are likely to have maybe a little sleet on the leading edge of it, and then we're anticipating that freezing rain to really take over. Temperatures will be warming early morning as this is all moving in, so that's where things get a little tricky with how much ice we're looking at. But you can see the cold air is firmly in place here across northern Ohio right now. Our temperatures are currently in the 20s as noted, and we will slowly see the mercury coming up in the early morning hours. The difference maker here, the sun is going to set. So anything that is below freezing now will likely stay below freezing into the overnight. Here's your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. 6 p.m., maybe a few of those little flurries around still, but later on this evening, 10 and 11 o'clock, that's when we're anticipating this freezing rain to start to move in. Could have some sleet mixing in on the leading edge of it, but notice our surface temperatures are still below freezing at 10 p.m. We are still below freezing at midnight, and you can start to see how we get this mixing that spreads across the entire area. So if you're up early, 1, 2 a.m., you're probably going to be able to look outside and see a glazing of ice on all these surfaces. By 4 a.m., right now it looks like we will start to see this rain backing off somewhat. This is great news, but the problem is the ice has already formed, and whatever ice formed is going to take a little bit of time to melt. You can see our air temperatures will come above freezing probably around 4 or 5 a.m. But just like when you put an ice cube on the counter, it takes time for the ice to melt. Once the sun comes up, then we're going to see some good melting after that. So it looks like that 7 a.m. time frame is a pretty good indicator of when we're probably going to see things getting a lot better. Now, how much ice is coming in? This is a very, very tricky part of the forecast because it's all based on timing. But right now we are looking at over 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation. Remember, that's a glazing, 1/10 of an inch. Think about icing, 1/10 of an inch of icing. It's not tons, but it's just enough to get the calorie count up, right? Just enough to do the damage and make things a little slick. So that's why our weather impact alert continues into the morning. Union Home Mortgage forecast after that. We'll have a beautiful afternoon, cloudy skies tomorrow, low 40s. Cold air returns Friday. We have a hit of snow coming Saturday night into Sunday, and then again Tuesday into Wednesday. So lots of action still to come in your forecast.